Hi, welcome to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and on this channel, I've committed to purchasing at least one American Silver Eagle, one old silver dollar, one $50, one quarter, and one dime every 2 weeks as a part of my mission to save 20% of my income every paycheck. Here in front of me, I have laid out every series that we're adding to today, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. So we'll go ahead and start on the left and work our way down. I was able to pick up 6 new American Silver Eagles. I'm working on completing the date run right now. So I was able to pick up 5 different years. I got this one because I liked how the toning on it, on the edge here, looks. A lot of people try to stay away from this, but I particularly really enjoy it. It's just interesting how the environment can act with just a portion of the coin, or maybe this coin was in some sort of holder that opened up on this side. But this is a 1994 in very good condition other than that toning there. I did pick up a different 1994 because I do need that year in my date run as well. And I picked up a 2006, a 2004, a 2003, and a 1997. Those are all just years that I needed. So we are trying to complete every year, starting with the business strikes of these American Silver Eagles. After that purchase, it leaves me only with the 2013 and the Type 1 2021 American Silver Eagle. So we're getting really close to completing that, and when I do, I'll probably celebrate by getting an album to put them all in, and I'll make a video of me putting them all in the album. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the old silver dollars. I found this beautiful Morgan dollar at my coin shop this week. Someone wrote their name on it, and actually I believe her husband had the same one. It was done the same way with the flip, this plastic. There's also a 1902 O. This one just said Chuck instead of Lisa. But you can see the detail on this. 1902 O is not like a key date or semi-key date at all. It's not worth an extremely high value amount, even in this condition. I'm sure if it was graded, it would grade pretty high and then demand a little bit more premium, but I spent $30 on this one. I also picked up a later years piece dollar. I'm also working on the date run for this. It's a 1934 Denver. You can barely see, they made the mint mark so small on these coins. Denver. The strike on these were pretty weak, so that's why you can hardly make out any detail on the reverse, or it looks like it's just super flat. These coins were very low relief and wear very quickly. Aside from those two, I was actually able to pick up this Carson City. It's my first Carson City. This is my first high premium dollar coin. I'm really excited about it. You can see it is marked uncirculated. So it was put in this package before hitting any circulation, meaning that any of these scratches or dings that you can see somehow happened during the minting process in the mint. You can see how much detail there is in the chest feathers of the eagle, in the wreath that moves around the edge. And here, let's get a close-up of that Carson City mint mark. Nice. And then on the obverse, all the details in her ear, the hair around her ear. Fantastic coin. Next on the list are half dollars. I got a 1933. I don't have very many from the 30s. This is definitely a date that I need. You can still see quite a bit of the lines in her skirt and some detail on her face. This is one from San Francisco. For 1933, it is in pretty good condition. Then we have Franklin. This is a 1950. This one does need to go in the book. It's in okay condition. Not very much detail in the hair around the ears. Only a little bit of detail left in the wood beam that supports the bell. And of course the bell lines, we had almost no chance at full bell lines. I don't think we can even really see one full line. Almost. This is the Franklin half dollar. Next we have the quarters. So he actually had two proof quarters. One from 1960 and one from 1963. You see a little bit of toning on this one, but again, I kind of like toning, and especially on a proof where there's such a huge mirror finish. It's interesting to see a tiny bit of imperfection just by color, but you can still see the mirror through it. This is that 1963 proof Washington quarter. Has the mirror finish all the way through. So this is before they started making proofs in San Francisco. So this is from Philadelphia. They started making proofs in San Francisco in 1968. And that was after they got rid of silver. So silver proofs of circulated coins are not made in San Francisco. I'm gonna get these two proofs in a flip. I don't have a place for it in my collection outside of my 2x2 holder binder. So that's where these are gonna go until I get an album that can hold proofs. These are my first silver proofs, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Absolutely amazing condition, gorgeous coins. Along with the change of location for the proofs, they also increased technology a little bit, or maybe just changed it and ended up getting that cameo look, which is where it looks frosty on one side. Either, for a regular proof, the details look frosty, the raised elements, or in a reverse proof, those raised elements are what maintain the mirror finish. But before that, it all just had a mirror finish. There was no cameo. So that is the proof quarters I picked up. After that, we looked at some dimes. I got two Rosies right here. We got a 1960 and a 1954, both from the Denver Mint, which were needed for my albums. Oh, actually, this 54 is from San Francisco. I needed both of those for my album, so we'll be putting those in the album. All right, but as you see, what we have staged to the side of us doesn't stop there. We have these newer silver dollars, as well as a silver proof bicentennial set. So what else could we have picked up? And I know you might also see these over here. A commemorative Mexican coin, a 25 peso, and a un peso, 10% silver coin. So let's talk about what else I picked up here at the coin shop. I actually purchased my first 40% silver dollars. Now, at my coin shop, he uses these Eisenhower dollar coins and the half dollars for change. So I have been able to stack up a little bit of a stack of Eisenhower dollars. So I hold on to these, but I have not been able to get any 40%. So here we have, in the original package, the 1972 Business Strike 40% silver. Then the 1971 in all of the original packaging. 1971 San Francisco Business Strike. And here's actually a note from Lisa again. Remember Lisa from this silver dollar? I believe it's the same Lisa because he had one more of these envelopes with the name Chuck on it. So something about 1971 and 1902, Lisa and Chuck had both of those dollars. Which is interesting, they're exactly 69 years apart. This is the old silver dollar, and then for a time in the 70s, this was the new silver dollar. But today we have these. All right, if you were paying attention, you saw that I had one more. This is the bicentennial set. So I do over here have the capsules of the silver proof 40% silver dollar, half dollar, and quarter. This is the only 40% silver quarter. And here we have the Business Strike version in the original government packaging with the assay and the envelope. So we have the bicentennial Ike dollar. It is 40% silver. We have the bicentennial JFK half dollar. From San Francisco, again, definitely 40% silver, and the bicentennial quarter in 40% silver. I do collect these bicentennial coins, so I do already have the Philadelphia and Denver Mint clad versions. Now I have the San Francisco 40% business strike and the San Francisco proof 40%. So I have 4 of the 5 of each of the coin. The only ones that I don't have are the proof clad version. So once I get that, I will have the full set of all 15 bicentennial coins. I know this little holder has a peel-off sticker which has some adhesive on the side, and you can line this up and close it to seal it. Honestly, I like to keep it in the original state. So this is how I'm going to be keeping it. In the envelope, in the plastics. If I get another one, I'll likely take them out of the plastic, or maybe take these ones out of the plastic. I saw in this one from Lisa, the package itself looks a little bit dirty. The coin looks great if you can look through the plastic. The coin looks great. Doesn't look like the plastic was broken anywhere to cause any discoloration or toning. There's obviously no wear because these were uncirculated. So maybe this one, I'll try to get another 1971 that looks a little cleaner. And maybe this one will come out of the plastic. But for now, it's going to stay in there. I'm going to go ahead and put this 72 in the envelope as well. Alright, so now what's going on with these Mexican coins I have over on the side? It's because I was actually able to pick up these silver Libertads. He had 3 of the original design silver Libertad, the original year as well. 1982. 1 Onza. 3 nines fine silver. So these came out even before the Silver Eagle, before a lot of countries started making silver coins. And these were probably one of the first 1 ounce, full ounce silver coins. You see it has the depiction of, it's almost like the American equivalent of Lady Liberty. This is a statue in the city of Mexico that is supposed to be a symbol of liberty. And there's even these letters on the edge. Let's see if I can show all the letters and maybe pronounce it the right way. Independencia y Libertad. So independence and liberty on the edge of their coin. Absolutely beautiful edge lettering, beautiful obverse and beautiful reverse. I just love how this coin looks. And let's see, this other commemorative one that I have was 1968. So this was a few years before this silver coin came out. This one here is 72%. They have it marked right here on the coin, which I absolutely love. The Mexican Mint did that. 72% for a 25 peso. And this one is technically a round. There's no denomination on it. Maybe since a government made it, you could call it a medal. But that is true to the Libertads today. They still make these 1 ounce Libertads in gold and silver. And there's no denomination on it. It does say the 1 ounce. Where in the American version or other countries, when it's a coin, Ours says $1. It does say 1 ounce fine silver, and has all of our markings of liberty and in God we trust. So when it's a coin, it's typically denominated. However, these Libertads are not, which I find very interesting. I wonder why the Mexican Mint decided to do that. They do denominate their commemorative coins with a 25, or I think today they're 50 pesos. This one was made for the Olympics in in 68. And then I do have a circulated silver coin. This is a un peso or 1 peso with the edge lettering. I'm not sure if you can see that. Independent, and liberty. This one was from 1957. This is a 10% silver. So this is as the world was kind of starting to get away from silver in circulation. A lot of countries did so by just lowering the silver amount, the silver purity, until they stepped away from it. So this was the last silver coin from Mexico. I believe it circulated until, or they minted them until 67. So for about 10 years, they made these 10% silver coins. All right, so this is what I picked up today. I'm gonna go ahead and place these back in tubes and put these in the date order, as well as put all these coins away, and these ones that I can, we'll put them in our books. This is my Franklin $50 collection. As you can see, I still have many spots to fill. I wasn't able to find a book for the Franklin $50, so I just went and got a blank $50 book, and it happened to be the perfect amount of spaces to hold the full collection. So today we got the 1950 Denver. That goes right on in here. All right, let's move on. Underneath this, we have the Roosevelt Dimes collection. In which I have probably just as many to find. So today we got the 54 from San Francisco and the 60 from Denver. So go ahead and slot these in here. All right, it's coming along. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 more Roosevelt Dimes. And I did put these quarters into flips. All right, everyone, if this is the type of video you enjoy, please like the video. Let me know that you liked it in the comments. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. And if you know anyone that might like it, please share the video to them or share any of my other videos. It would really help me out. All right, thank you for watching.